What are the three most prominent or key points in your mind that CFOs need to pay attention to as it relates to crowdfunding?
Sure, I think the three biggest are obviously access to capital. So access to the crowd of equity out there. Regulatory change has occurred that allows the ability to advertise the specific deals you're raising capital for. So very, very big change there. Second would be the efficiency with which you can raise that capital. Bring it online, getting rid of the very one-to-one analog method of raising capital before. We take it online, we make it 50x more efficient than it was prior to us being around. And third is how it can ease the burden of investor reporting and investor management. So we look at this as beyond just a crowdsourced check. We're building a platform to address the entirety of the private capital raising lifecycle. So post-closing, there's still 3, 4, 5 years of operations and communications with those investors. We provide a platform to manage all of that. So I think it's the access to capital, it's the efficiencies, and the ability to manage that pool of investors long-term as well, that platforms like ours can benefit.
Yeah, that's a great answer. So now that we threw the softball out there, you answered that so well that I have to ask the question, how does your platform, RealCrowd, how does that help with all three of those elements?
Sure, and I think you mentioned it right there, it's a platform. So we're looking at this beyond building a real estate crowdfunding company and approaching it truly as a platform that can empower other real estate companies to leverage this technology and leverage this method of raising capital. So the three main components are the distribution of information, getting it out to existing investors, getting the information out to investors that we have in our network, being a platform to empower the advertising of these securities. Second part is the transaction management phase, which is managing the document signing process, gathering the commitments, again, bringing that very mechanical, analog approach into a more technology advanced way. And the third, again, is that investor management component, post-close, the ability to manage that life cycle of the asset. And our philosophy is that we need to make a platform that makes it more efficient to manage a bigger pool of smaller investors than what's currently being done offline. And so if we can solve that issue, then we think this method of capital raising can actually thrive and will change at a very fundamental level how real estate is capitalized. And so that's our focus, is how can we make it more efficient to manage a bigger pool of smaller investors than what's currently being done offline.
For more information about our sponsors, click on the highlighted links.